Okay, so I'm going to do an unboxing, and then I'm going to review some games, and then I'm going to go because I have a phone call to do. I got a letter. I bought two of these. I'm pretty sure I did. Actually, I may have bought three. So the fact that I only have one of these is not a good sign. But I'm gonna stick with it and deal with it because you know what? Why not? My goodness. Oh, I know what it is, and I'm going to wait to show you what it is, or to tell you what it is. I'd rather just show, because it's something that's really, really cool. And will probably never happen again in my lifetime. So, it was only $11. So, exciting. All right, we're opening it up. What is it? What is it? What is it? It's a thank you sticker. That's not what this is. But yeah, it's a piece of paper with the receipt, and that's not what it is either. Instead, what it is, oh, here we are. We got two mint, or near mint, or whatever, of this. This is something that was announced, I think, last year, and I bought two of them. One to read and one to get like immortalized or whatever. Yeah. Super duper excited. I'm probably gonna read this one because this one I think has like the ending of it, if you see. Like it's kind of screwy. It's like white, so that's not great, but this one goes to reading and this one goes to getting, I don't know, plastered or something. I don't know. Anywho, that was my surprise. So moving on to real life. It's week 11 of the college football season, and oh my goodness, has it been a week. Let's first talk about those Gators and that win. And I don't know what to say, because originally, I think earlier in the season, so actually I'm going to do two things. Two things. One thing is, remember earlier in the season, or another video I did, where I was like, it was after a high school football game I watched, and I was like, this coach is an idiot. This coach decided to go for two, I think 2 or 3 times, and like didn't work any of those times. And then, but the team can score relatively quickly because the team they're playing has no run defense. And essentially, it kind of came down to like the wire, like the last team, the team I didn't want to win had the ball. They ended up throwing it, or did they throw it? I don't know what happened, but the quarterback got the ball, ran the ball in, got the touchdown, and then I think there were only like 40 seconds left. And then, yeah, and they won by 1 point. And if the team that I wanted to win had kicked a field goal every time they had a shot, they would have won. That did not happen. Same thing happened for Ole Miss. I did not want Ole Miss to win, so I'm very happy they didn't go for field goals. But even though I think they still would have been down by 1, but then they wouldn't have had to go for a touchdown at the end of the game. Either way, DJ Lagway and the Florida Gators have decided to come out, and the defense was immaculate in the last, I don't know how many minutes of the game. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, don't know. I guess the win probability tracker for ESPN had Ole Miss winning all the way up until it was 17-17 Florida. So whatever. Yeah. So yeah, Florida won. I think what's his name, Jackson Dart, got intercepted 3 times, but only 2 of them counted. Senior day, great day. DJ Lagway had 180 yards, 1 interception, and 2 TDs. This is an exciting game and an exciting future for this entire team, because if this kid can throw dimes to all these receivers at any point, I cannot imagine what happens if this recruiting class ends up becoming from like 50th to like 9th, like even like 20th. I feel like even having like 1 or 2 4-star receivers on this roster for next year would be insane. Great team, great win. So happy. I obviously, earlier in the season, I was like, you need to get Billy out of here, because I was like, this is terrible. Getting smacked around by Texas A&M and Miami. I still don't think Miami is that good. I still think that if this Florida were to play Miami in the beginning of the year, Florida would have won. Team stats, Florida had 344 yards to Ole Miss's 464. yeah, I don't know, man. Just as good as last year or last week when they played LSU, beat LSU. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about anything. Ole Miss is no longer in the playoff contention race. Florida has never been in it, but they are now going bowling. They are 6-5 this year with 4-4 in the conference record, and they have one more game at Florida State, and Florida State seemingly should be a wash. Because they obviously don't know what they're doing, or maybe they do and they just have to figure it out. I don't know. But yeah, Jaden Baugh, insane. Montrell Johnson, this was his, I don't know if it was his career day, but he was the best running back on the team. He had 107 yards and a touchdown. Elijah Badger is really making his name a name for himself in being a third round draft pick. Not first, not second, third definitely. I can see him going third to like fifth, but third I think is the best spot that he'll land in. And if he goes second, amazing. But yeah, he's been doing great. He's like, what a guy, what a receiver. Arizona State must be sad to lose him because he has been pretty great this entire time. Funnily enough, speaking of the other team, Ole Miss, and their coach, Lane Kiffin, I've actually never heard the man speak up until like tonight. I listened to the press conference, and that was just, I don't know, it was just interesting to hear him speak. Never really, I don't know. Funnily, I wanted him as a coach, but I've never heard him speak. Isn't that weird, wild, and wacky? Maybe not, but yeah. I also brought up that high school thing because Ole Miss had 3 chances to go for 3 extra point kicks, and they didn't. They kept going for it, and they didn't get it every single time. I think, I don't really know how it really worked out. I also didn't really watch all of the game. I watched some of the game because I was at work for most of it. But yeah. Anywho, great win, great team, so happy. Fudge! Minnesota almost beat Penn State 25-26. So sad it didn't happen. But you know what? That's actually really bad. They should have won that game because they were leading the entire time. Drew Aller, I think, was like pretty bad. Let's see his stats. His stats were, where are they? My goodness. He is, I guess he was actually decent. 21 of 28, 244 yards and a touchdown. Man, I don't know. If you're Minnesota, do you get rid of PJ Fleck? I don't know. I mean, unless you're okay with going 6-6 every year, maybe not. But like, I feel like you should want a little bit more, especially being in a conference now that has so much things going for it. But I guess you got to figure out that whole NIL thing and figure out if you actually want to win first. Stanford lost to California 24-21, 21-24, whatever. I think I was watching the game earlier. And in the first half, Stanford was up 14-7, and then California decided to play football, and they won. Good on them. Great. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Any other decent games? South Carolina decided to actually finally play football. They're now beating Wolford, 49-12. Oh my gosh. And this is why the Big 12 is the Big 12, because Oklahoma State has 48 points and Texas Tech has 56. So that game's still going. They got 2 minutes and 29 seconds left, and Texas Tech should probably win. The last 2 things are Arizona State. Are they winning? They are winning. They're beating BYU 28-23, and then Texas is beating Kentucky because Kentucky is not a decent team. 31-14. Other than that, though, and Pittsburgh is getting absolutely destroyed by Louisville, 37-7. Anybody else? Anybody else have a good game going on? Not really. Yeah, everyone else was just kind of bleh. Other than that, that's all I got. Have fun.